This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, here we go. It's week number 4 in the NFL, and it's time to play the Red Zone Challenge. We got Patrick right there from Be Right There Heating and Air. We got Leslie on from the Poorhouse. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Patrick saying he's in East Paso. It's the life of a salesman. What's in high demand in East Paso? Oh, is he there?
Oh, must not be any service in East Paso.
Yeah,
He said he was out. He said he was out in the sticks.
I got to do a live radio call at 7:20. I'll just drive to East Paso.
Attach a cell phone repeater on whatever it is that you sold, Patrick. We'll try to get Patrick back on the line here.
Until then, we can talk about what's going on at the Poorhouse, because yesterday after the show, I'm like Facebooking it like normal, and then I'm like, wait a second, what's going on with Leslie? So I didn't have the sound on the first time. I thought you were moving, but you're not moving. You're expanding. Is that right?
Yeah, so that room that you saw and that video that I took yesterday, that is the old area of Silva that was basically their storage room. And since we own the building and they left, we've been contemplating renting it out again or kind of just going for it and doing the expansion. So we've been on the fence and, just trying to run the numbers and everything. And we made the decision yesterday that we're going to do the expansion. We're going to go for it and see how it works out. So,
nice. Congratulations. Yeah. I know it's something that you've been going back and forth for. If nothing else, you can use it for preparation for Bloody Marys on Sundays.
That's a lot of space for Bloody Marys.
Yeah, it's a warehouse, Jeff. It's going to be a cool venue. I mean, so when we talk about redoing it, like, what are we talking about? Are we putting in bars and seating, or are we just kind of putting in a stage and painting the walls?
Yeah, so the other side that I didn't show, there's a whole nother side over to the right of that space that already has another bar that was back where the Silva tap room used to be. And that bar is still in place. So what you didn't see is if you go through a little door off to the right of where the stage is going to be, you'll have a whole nother bar. So there will be a total of 2 bars. We're going to keep the tavern area the same that it is. Because if it's not broke, don't fix it. Everybody loves
it's tradition. It's tradition. You need to have pool tables and TVs and salty dogs.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so right now, this indoor stage area that we have is tiny. It's really small.
I'm here.
And there's that wall that separates the 2 spaces. So we're going to just take that wall down and essentially just have one big, massive room. And we're going to not do like a full-on like remodel construction-wise, just a major facelift, put in a new stage back there, and some cool booths and new tables, and a bigger dance floor area.
Wow.
How's the airflow in that place? I'm asking for a friend who just rejoined us.
Well, it's great because you have 2 huge roll-ups on both ends.
Oh,
so,
nice. Yeah. Nature's airflow right there.
Yeah, exactly. And it does have AC back there, too, which is a good thing.
Wow. Well, cool,
Yeah.
cool. That's going to be so much fun. When is the completion target?
We're hoping at the very latest by New Year's Eve. We want to have a New Year's bash.
Wow. So that's fast.
Yeah, because we're not really doing that much. It's all basically cosmetic. So if I can get in there, I've been, doing a bunch of design ideas and working with some local, my good friend David Lucaro, who's an amazing graffiti artist. He's going to do like an epic, mural on the wall. And it's all just little things of getting these people together that are going to come together and just make it happen. So we're hoping, within the next couple months.
That's great. I love hearing about
maybe a big
growth.
New Year's Eve party then, huh? I mean, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because we all know how construction projects go. All right, that's Leslie from the Poorhouse.
Exactly.
Expanding.
Yeah, I don't want to put a time frame on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got Patrick.
I want to see a balloon drop.
When we come back, we'll get into the picks. We got Seattle at Arizona, Chicago at Las Vegas, Baltimore, KC. All right, we'll break them down. Coming up.
This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, it's time to get into the picks. Red Zone Challenge brought to you by the Poorhouse in Paso, expanding into 26. Check out their Facebook page or go to PasoBlsBeer.com to look at all the events this weekend. Patrick's with us, too, from Be Right There Heating and Air. Calltheb.com. This is how it looks. He's got a big smug smile at 8-1. Sitting across from me, Jeffrey is way out in front. Leslie right behind him at 7-2. And then there's Patrick and Jeremy. 5-4 and 4-5. We got some work to do, Pat.
We got this.
We got this. I love the attitude.
You never answer my question because you lost service. What's the big seller out in East Paso right now?
Yeah, wonderful people just sitting at the kitchen table discussing all options, all kilowatt ratings, all rebates, and just having coffee with the good folks in Paso Robles.
Okay. All right. That's how. Hey, if you want to have coffee with somebody, give calltheb.com. Tell him send Patrick. He'll have coffee.
Do you have a coffee standard when you visit somebody's house? I mean, are you okay with the Keurig, Folgers, or do you demand like pour over, fancy crap?
Yeah, I've kind of seen it all, but good old Charlie was, he was mixing it up pretty good in the kitchen. I told him he was missing his green apron, and it was pretty funny.
Oh, okay. All right. So he does do like, if you wanted a cold foam, Charlie might be your guy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold foam Charlie.
All right. So is the order going to be
East Paso.
Jeff? Are you going first again this week?
I guess so. Yeah, I was the only guy that went 3-0.
Jeff, Leslie, Jeremy, and
Chicago
Patrick.
Bears.
Okay. Oh God. All right. So here they are again: Seattle to Arizona, Chicago at Las Vegas, Baltimore traveling out to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. We'll start with Thursday night football tonight in Arizona, in Glendale, at the State Farm Stadium. I think is what they call it. I didn't know State Farm sponsored the stadium, but I guess it makes sense since they're on all the State Farm commercials.
It used to be the University of Phoenix that sponsored the station. Or the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seattle traveling in Arizona, a 1.5-point favorite, Jeff.
I'm going to home dog this one, and I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks on this one. Arizona losing James Conner, a bit of a blow. And more importantly, I really thought they'd get exposed by their injuries in their secondary last week, and I think Seattle has the capability to do that with a healthy staff, whereas the Niners did not have a healthy staff, and they were lucky to squeeze that one out. So give me Seattle.
All right. You got no face in your new boy you picked up, Trey Benson. I noticed you had Connor on your team.
I didn't pick him up.
You had the foresight.
I drafted him.
Oh, you drafted him. Okay.
I drafted him because I knew that James Conner
was going to get hurt, and that's why you got rid of him. He literally had him on his team 2 weeks ago, traded him last week, and he went down. How pissed off do you think that guy is that took that trade? That's why you don't trade with Jeff Kingman. He's a snake. He's a snake seller.
What? There's nothing snaky about that. Nobody knew that James Conner was.
Oh, you have the script. You talk about the script all the time. You read the script. You know what's going on. Come on, Mr. Script. All right, so you like Seattle in that one. Leslie, where you at?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seattle, too. I think Darnold just keeps improving each week. And, Arizona they couldn't even beat a banged-up San Francisco team. So I don't really have a lot of faith in them. And so I'm going to go with Seattle as well.
Patrick, are you a hawker, too? I'm a hawker.
Yeah, hey, speaking of that script, how about a big round of applause for those NFL script writers this last weekend?
Well, it was entertaining, that's for sure. If you're talking about all the block punts and kicks and all that.
I think he's talking about the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. The little inner rival.
We don't need to rub it in.
And you saw that in person, didn't you, Leslie?
Yeah.
Yep. Made it even worse.
We don't need to rub it in. You brought it up.
Endured enough pain.
All right. Patrick,
that's what you get for picking the Chargers, Leslie.
I know. Well, when they were up by 10 points with like 3.5 minutes to go, I was sitting there going, damn it, why didn't I pick the Broncos? And then I remembered why. At the end of the game, I was reminded.
Yep. There was never a doubt of the outcome, in my opinion, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Seattle and Arizona, Patrick, who do you like?
Absolutely. So I'm a closet Seattle Seahawks fan. I think Sam Darnold is really playing some of the best QB football in the league right now. He just doesn't make any mistakes. He's consistent. He's effective. He's accurate. And then their defense is just fast, and they fly to the ball well. I think Arizona is a little bit injury riddled and is not going to have enough. Seattle Seahawks are going to win this game.
All right, real quick, I have a quick question for Patrick and Leslie. Jeff, I don't want to hear anything from you. Would you start Sam Darnold over Baker Mayfield this week on Thursday Night Football?
Yes.
Who does Tampa Bay have?
Philadelphia.
Ooh, yeah, maybe that is a good
Yes,
call.
I would definitely start
Okay.
Sam Darnold.
I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but I think I will. But I haven't done it yet. All right, moving on. Thank you,
I
guys.
would.
Appreciate it. Chicago at Las Vegas. Vegas, a 1.5 points on this one. Where's Vegas at? There they are. They're 1-2. That's right. They're both 1-2. What do you like, Jeff?
I am going to turn on the team that delivered me to 8-1 in the Experts Challenge, and I'm going with the home team in Las Vegas, and because Chicago is still looking for some answers. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I really think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
You're putting your faith in Geno Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Leslie?
I'm going to go opposite, and I'm going to go with the Bears because I don't have any faith in Geno Smith. He's got as many interceptions as he does touchdowns, whereas Caleb's got 8 touchdowns and only 1 interception. And he's got like a 93 passer rating of when he's throwing 20 yards or more. So I think if they can continue to go deep and take advantage of that weak secondary by the Raiders, I mean, they don't have anybody that I'm afraid of in their cornerback or safety position. So I'm going to go with the Bears all day on this.
Yeah, I think you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth, except for this right here. And that is, Jeff, you shouldn't drink on Sundays because then you don't remember how bad Geno Smith, your quarterback, was for years. Taking the Chicago Bears, Patrick.
Yes, I do not have much faith in the Raiders. I think the Bears look pretty well. Yes, they were playing Dallas, who have a porous defense, but Chicago looked good. Caleb looked good. Ben Johnson, running shop there with all of his offensive gadgetry and creative play calling. I think Caleb keeps growing and developing as a nice young quarterback, and the Bears are going to handle this game easily. I'll take the Bears.
Okay.
What's your Raider? What's your Raider cry?
Mateys!
All right, we'll come back and we'll do the final pick of the week, and that's Baltimore traveling to Kansas City. Baltimore is actually a favorite in this one. We'll break down the scores and the action. Plus, we'll get our survival pick of the week. It's the Red Zone Challenge brought to you by Be Right There Heating and Air and the Poorhouse in Paso.
It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
We're back with the Red Zone Challenge. We have the final pick in. So far, Seattle at Arizona, Chicago at Las Vegas. Arizona and Las Vegas, both home favorites in that one, just by 1.5, though. Jeff's the only one that took Vegas, if you're joining us. We all took Chicago, and we all decided to take
Raider
Seattle
Nation. Come
tonight in Thursday Night
Mount
Football.
up.
All right, so here we go. Moving on. We got Thursday Night Football in the books. We got Chicago, Las Vegas, now Baltimore on Sunday, right? Is this a Sunday game? Traveling to KC? Yes,
This is a Sunday game. This isn't a primetime game, which is strange. I would have thought that the NFL would have figured out a way to get this game onto primetime, but instead we get the Packers and the Cowboys, and which is probably going to be the worst beatdown of the year for the Dallas Cowboys.
That'll be fun to watch. I don't know why I always take pleasure watching the Cowboys lose, but I do. So I really thought Baltimore
I
was
think everybody who's not a Cowboy fan does, yeah.
I really thought Baltimore was a better team until I saw that debacle last week against Detroit at home. No defense and no
Their
offensive
defense
help
sucks.
to help.
It's like for years they've been known as having the best defense. I think they might have the worst defense in the league, and that includes their conference mates, the Cincinnati Bengals, who also have a horrible defense.
So, but that's where we're at. Baltimore at Kansas City. I know Kansas City's having their problems as well. Baltimore is actually a road favorite, 2.5 points on this, Jeff.
Yeah, and I think the woes continue for the Baltimore Ravens on this one. Kansas City at home. I believe they found some things out about how they work and how they can succeed, even though it was against the Giants on Sunday night. and I think it's going to have to come down to Mahomes, and he's going to have to be accurate. And he's going to get some weapons back, and I believe this is where Kansas City will turn the tide. I know it's not a popular pick for anybody on this panel because I think it's going to be a close game. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in it. I think Kansas City, it's going to be one of those things where we wake up on Monday morning, and we're like, what the hell? Refs handed the Kansas City Chiefs the game.
Oh, the same old story? Well, what do you
It can't happen again.
I think it's going to happen this week. I don't know. It's just a feeling because Baltimore is like the bad news Bears, but they're good. They're a good team that is got a bad record, and they started that last season like that. I think it's going to happen to them again, and I think Kansas City's going to find a way to win. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. Leslie, what do you got?
Well, I am going to go with the Ravens because, Jeff said something about Mahomes, but he can't win that game alone. And they've got no running game. He's their top rusher again. And who are they getting back? Because I know that Worthy is out, another wide receiver. Jeff mentioned that they're getting some targets back, but I don't know who.
It might not happen this week, but Worthy was close to playing last week, so he might come back. And then, of course, I'm talking later on down the line. I mean, The thing is, I think Kansas City's going to emerge and figure out a way and still find their way to close to the top. I don't know. The Chargers have a big league, but I think that they're going to figure it out. And I think this is where they're going to show the world that they're going to figure it out. Andy Reid's too good of a coach, and Baltimore's defense sucks.
Yeah, and that you do bring up a good topic of that. A moment ago when you said that you think they're ranked like the worst, and they are. In fact, they've allowed the most touchdowns. But I still think that when we talk about figuring things out, that O-line allowed Lamar to get sacked 7 times last week, and I think that they're going to have to figure that out. And obviously, Henry needs to figure out how to protect that ball. So I think they're going to grind deep this week and doing exactly that. I think they're going to fix what's broken, and I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, they're going to turn it around, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but I still like Kansas City at home a little bit better than I like Baltimore, even though they are the favorite. So I'll take KC as well. Patrick, where do you sit?
Yeah, our friend, fellow radio guy, Colin Cowherd, he has this rule with gambling. If a team gets embarrassed on national TV, you bet on them the next week because they go psycho. And so I think that rule applies this week. Just with Baltimore, obviously have been in everybody's consensus top 5 in the power rankings all year, but they do have 2 losses on their schedule. But you got to consider who they're against: Detroit and Buffalo. So having said that, I think Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry pretty impossible to stop unless they fumble too much. Kansas City's still dealing with some injuries. Offense just doesn't look the best. Their one win was against the New York Giants, which none of us put a lot of faith in. So I think it's a tough spot there for Kansas City, and I think Baltimore gets right, and it's a big game for them.
Okay.
I mean, almost like a must-win game. They can't start the season 1-3. You know what I mean?
I got something for you, Patrick, and for Leslie. Take a listen.
2nd down and 10. Jackson in trouble again, and another sack.
This is what I think you guys are forgetting. Kansas City's defense is good.
Yeah, their offense is struggling, but that's okay.
By the way, I just want to highlight 3-week inactive Keaton Mitchell has never fumbled the fall in the NFL. Okay.
Yeah, and I know Ravens fans are dying to get him out. He's been in and out. Yeah, they're like, what the heck? Like, get him out there.
He's he's so fun to watch. I mean, you just got to get him out make him an option.
Give him a chance,
because Derrick Henry, those fumbles, man, on national TV, they are under a magnifying glass.
I was just going to say that Harbaugh, when he was asked why doesn't he play him more, he said because the defense knows if he's on the field, he's getting the ball. So they need to do that exact thing, play him more often. So it's, he can be used as a decoy sometimes too, but that's such a stupid reason to not play him.
Right.
Anyway.
We don't need a lot on this. We just need a Survivor game pick this week, just the team you like. Jeff, we'll start with you.
I have not picked them yet. Surprisingly, give me the Buffalo Bills over the New Orleans Saints. I get back-to-back weeks against with teams against the Saints.
That's not so bad. Leslie, who do you like?
I really like Denver against the Bengals. Or the Chargers. There's 2 picks. If you have the Chargers still, I would definitely pick them with against the Giants. But if you've got Denver, I'd pick Denver over the Bengals.
All right. I like Detroit at home against the Browns. Patrick?
Yeah, the Saints are the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the.
You don't think they're going to turn it around, huh? You don't. Not this week. Not this week.
Sure. I'm pretty sure they highlighted that it's going to be very hard for them to turn it around last week.
Yeah. No, actually, I watched a portion of that game this weekend, and Rattler's a pretty accurate quarterback. I think he's like at 70% completion percentage. He's pretty good, but overall, their entire roster, their team is just lacking what it takes. It's just tough.
Yeah, especially against Buffalo.
Scenario.
Especially against Buffalo.
Yeah, correct.
In Buffalo. God.
They're going to get destroyed.
Well, get your picks in, and you can win a $25 gift card to the Poorhouse. You can also get that free service inspection from Be Right There Heating and Air. Call the Be.com. It's the Red Zone Challenge brought to you by the Poorhouse and Be Right There Heating and Air. KZOZ.com to play.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.